I didn't want to make a video before, mainly due to the fact that it's because of the IGN Summer of Gaming Fest that I've been watching, and I didn't want to get my thoughts on it yet, so I decided to wait a little bit before I can make a video, and due to the loss of motivation. But I'm finally back, and today I'm going to be, you know, getting my thoughts together and basically what I'm looking forward to and what games I'm looking forward to getting from the PS4, the PS5. So basically, this video is about what games I would like on the PS5. Actually, no, wait, wrong shit. What games I want to get for the PS5. But before we can talk about that, let's talk about the PS5 design at first glance. Now, the PS5 design is not that great. I don't think it's the memes, but mainly because of the fact that the PS5 doesn't really look that great. It looks like someone got two white panels. They got, I don't know if you guys know this, if you've ever seen those tablets, those tablets. It just looks like they got two white panels, a PS4, and then they just put and then they just made like a weird fucking sandwich of two white panels, and then the PS4 is between them. It looks like someone ripped an Xbox 360 in half and then decided to put a PS4 in between the ripped Xbox 360. The design looks like that, in my opinion. It could have been a compelling design. It could have been better. It looks very. It looks like shit. It looks like shit. You could have just, white is not a bad color, but you could have just made you could just put a more compelling color instead of just white. I'm not trying to be racist here, if anyone's gonna get that idea, but I'm just saying you could have just put a better color on there. It would have looked better instead of this weird ass design. But now we're going to shift to the next topic, and that is what games am I looking forward to. Now, there's only a few games I'm looking forward to getting, mainly because not all the games that were shown on the IGN Summer Gaming Fest, it was interesting. Not all of them were interesting. In fact, most of them were not interesting to many people, but hey, that's just people. But this is personally my opinion. If you guys want to get different games, if you guys disagree on what game I should get, if you guys agree, that's fine. That is fine. Anyway, let's talk about the games to which I'm looking forward to. The first game is probably Dark Souls, Demon Souls. I apologize. Now, Demon Souls, I had to give just to put this into a nutshell, Demon Souls is the first Dark Souls. Actually, let me retract that statement. Demon Souls is the first Souls game in the Souls series. Before Dark Souls, became Dark Souls, there was Demon Souls. It's the first Dark Souls game, pretty much. And this was before Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. And the Dark Souls series is more appropriately called the Soul series because, Demon Souls and whatnot. It's not called Dark Souls for nothing. But Demon Souls looks interesting. The gameplay is obviously reminiscent of, Dark Souls, the games that people have played. It seems like an interesting game. I mean, I've never played a Souls game. Mainly because I've prefer other RPGs, but Demon Souls looks interesting, and maybe I'm willing to get the game because it seems very interesting. The setting is interesting, very different from the Dark Souls games that everyone has known since the 2000s. Obviously, actually. What I meant was 2010s, but the enemies look pretty sick, and I'm willing to try it out. Next game, Sackboy: A Big Adventure. I've never played Little Planet, But I have seen Little Planet multiplayer videos. People have been playing Little Big Planet online. I've seen videos of that. And to be honest, Little Big Planet games look fun. They look very entertaining and interesting. So, naturally, you would expect a Little Big Planet 4, but no, we're getting apparently a Super Mario 3D World version of Little Big Planet. And to be honest, it reminds me exactly of Super Mario 3D World or 3D Land, whichever game you want, because it still reminds you of those two games. I think it's cool. I think it's great. I think it looks great. I think it looks, decent for a game, and it looks fun. So I'll be looking forward to trying that out. Now, next game we have is what was the next game? Resident Evil 8. There you go. Resident Evil 8. Resident Evil 8 is looking interesting so far. Resident Evil 8 has been rumored. And before Resident Evil 8 was revealed, we've had rumors about the game. About the title of the game and where it will take place. And what characters will be coming. So, naturally, the game was revealed, and surprisingly, majority of the rumor was correct about the game. The game was taking place in a village. We're playing Ethan Winters again, the previous protagonist of Resident Evil 7. Chris Redfield is here, blah blah blah. But I like horror games. I like playing horror games, so naturally, I'd be interested in this. I think I'm looking forward to Resident Evil 8 the most. Mainly because, it's Resident Evil and whatnot. I think it looks pretty decent. Resident Evil 8, it's very different from the previous Resident Evils, even Resident Evil 7. But Resident Evil 7 was kind of, it was more Resident Evil 1-ish in terms of how the atmosphere felt, in my opinion. Resident Evil 8, actually, Resident Evil 8 has a few things that remind me of Resident Evil 4, like the village aesthetic and whatnot. But Resident Evil 8 looks like something you'd find in Outlast or Silent Hill. Mainly because these settings would work for Silent Hill or Outlast instead of Resident Evil. But it's not a terrible idea to explore new concepts and whatnot. And I think what this could be interesting. I think the plot will be interesting as well. I think, the game, I don't think it's going to play exactly like Resident Evil 7, aside from the first person view, but I think there will be some things that Resident Evil 7 had that will be carried over to Resident Evil 8. I'm looking forward to it. Big fan of horror. And plus, there are werewolf. I can't even say the word properly. There are werewolf. I swear to God, I'm just gonna call them wolves because I can't even say the fucking word correctly. I can't even say and then wolves correctly. I can't even say them in the same. I can't even. But you know what enemies I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. The man beast himself. Now, considering that in previous Resident Evil games, we didn't have these wolves, these man wolves. Yes, I'm calling them man wolves because the official name for werewolf is it's very hard to say werewolves when you can't even say the word correctly. So I'm calling them man wolves instead because that's basically what it might as well be what a werewolf is. So naturally, we didn't have werewolves before in Resident Evil. We didn't have man wolves in Resident Evil before. We didn't have them before. Actually, I might be wrong, but then again, I could be right, so there's that. But werewolves but man wolves in a Resident Evil game seems interesting. And there might be witches too, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about what enemies we're facing, but it's definitely those fucking man wolves. And there's these ladies that could be the main antagonists of the game, mainly because they shown to be there. And there's this mysterious man as well. I don't know who the fuck he is. And again, nobody know who he is now, but he seems like he seems like he'll be an interesting character. Anyways, that's practically it of what games I want to consider getting for the PS5, and to be honest, there's not a whole lot of games that are very interesting aside from the ones I just listed. I might get that Ratchet and Clank game for the PS5, but I'm very skeptical about it. I'm very two-faced about it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I got pretty bored. By the time of this recording, IGN Summer Gaming Fest is probably... I am very positive IGN Summer Gaming Day 4 has started. It might have started. I don't know. I might be wrong. Fucking wrong. So, hope you all enjoyed this video. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.